This is a summary of Dr. Diego Bohórquez, The Science of Your Gut Sense and the Gut-Brain Axis, where we break down the key insights, ideas, and takeaways from this content, giving you the gist so you can decide if you want the rest. Introduction. Dr. Andrew Huberman interviews Dr. Diego Bohórquez, a professor of medicine and neurobiology at Duke University, and a leading expert in gut sensing and the gut-brain axis. Unlike most discussions on gut health that focus on the microbiome, Dr. Bohórquez's research explores how the gut senses food and sends signals to the brain, influencing cravings, emotions, and behavior. This discussion explores how the gut senses nutrients and communicates with the brain, the discovery of neuropod cells, gut cells that function like neurons, why gut sensing impacts mood, cravings, and decision-making, how food choices shape long-term preferences and behavior, the effects of gastric bypass surgery on food cravings, how gut signals can be hacked to optimize appetite and well-being. Dr. Bohórquez's research revolutionizes our understanding of how food affects our brain and body, revealing that the gut is not just for digestion, it's an active sensory organ shaping our emotions and decisions. What is the gut-brain axis? A sensory superhighway below conscious awareness. The gut-brain axis refers to the direct communication pathway between the gut and the brain. While most people associate gut signaling with hormones, recent discoveries show the gut has neuronal-like sensors that detect nutrients and send signals to the brain in milliseconds. Unlike the microbiome, which influences long-term gut health, gut sensing happens in real time and shapes appetite, cravings, and emotional states. Key insight. Your gut is constantly talking to your brain, shaping your hunger, mood, and even decisions without you realizing it. The discovery of neuropod cells, how the gut thinks. What are neuropod cells? Neuropod cells are specialized gut cells that function like neurons. They detect nutrients and send signals directly to the brain through the vagus nerve. These cells process information like a second nervous system. They don't just react to food, they evaluate its nutritional quality. Unlike slow-acting hormones, neuropod signals reach the brain in milliseconds, influencing cravings and food-seeking behavior. What do neuropod cells sense? Sugar versus artificial sweeteners. Neuropod cells can distinguish between real sugar and non-caloric sweeteners. This is why diet sodas don't fully satisfy sugar cravings. Protein content. The gut detects whether food has essential amino acids. If protein is lacking, it triggers more hunger to compensate. Fats and oils. The gut responds to fats differently depending on their quality and type, e.g. saturated versus unsaturated fats. Temperature and acidity. Gut cells even detect the temperature and pH of food, influencing how it is digested and absorbed. Key insight. Your gut doesn't just register that you ate, it detects what you ate, how much, and whether it's nutritious, shaping future cravings. How the gut shapes cravings and decision-making. Food cravings are not just in the brain. People assume cravings come from dopamine in the brain, but gut signaling plays a major role. When neuropod cells detect nutrients, they send signals to the nucleus tractus solitarius in the brainstem, which then activates reward circuits. This explains why foods high in sugar, fat, and protein trigger intense cravings, while low-nutrient foods, e.g. diet sodas, low-protein meals, leave people unsatisfied. The gut's role in food memory. Your gut learns from past meals and stores that information in the brain. If you eat a meal rich in protein and feel energized, your brain remembers and craves it again. On the other hand, if a food makes you feel nauseous, your brain learns to avoid it, e.g. food poisoning aversions. Key insight. Your gut is constantly training your brain to seek or avoid certain foods based on past experiences. How gastric bypass surgery changes cravings. The surprising effect of gut rewiring. Dr. Bohórquez describes a fascinating case of a woman who had gastric bypass surgery. Before surgery, she hated sunny-side-up eggs. Just looking at the yolk made her nauseous. After surgery, she craved egg yolks so much that she would wipe her plate clean with toast. Why does this happen? Gastric bypass removes parts of the gut that contain neuropod cells, rewiring food preferences. It alters the gut's sensitivity to certain nutrients, making some foods more appealing and others less desirable. This explains why many gastric bypass patients lose cravings for unhealthy foods and develop new preferences. Key insight: gut rewiring, through surgery or diet changes, can transform cravings, making once unappealing foods desirable, and vice versa. How to hack the gut-brain axis for better health. 1. Eat enough protein to control hunger. Protein is the most satiating macronutrient. If you eat too little, your gut triggers more hunger to compensate. Eating complete proteins, meat, eggs, fish, leads to stronger satiety signals. Plant-based eaters should prioritize fiber, as gut microbes can produce essential amino acids when fiber intake is high. Best practice: prioritize protein in every meal to reduce excessive cravings. 2. Time your meals to work with your gut rhythms. The gut has circadian rhythms. Eating at the wrong times disrupts digestion and appetite regulation. Eating late at night can lead to poor digestion, metabolic dysfunction, and increased cravings the next day. Best practice: eat most of your calories during daylight hours to align with gut rhythms. 3. Pay attention to food-driven mood changes. Some foods trigger immediate mood shifts through gut-brain signaling. Example: processed junk food may provide short-term pleasure but increase fatigue and anxiety later. On the flip side, nutrient-dense foods, e.g. lean proteins, whole grains, healthy fats, enhance energy and mood. Best practice: notice how foods impact your emotions and adjust your diet accordingly. Final thoughts. Dr. Diego Bohórquez's research reveals that our gut is far more than a digestive organ. It's an active sensory system that influences our thoughts, emotions, and cravings. Neuropod cells communicate directly with the brain, shaping food choices and appetite. The gut learns from experience, reinforcing cravings for foods that provide essential nutrients. Rewiring the gut through diet or surgery can permanently change food preferences. Hacking the gut-brain axis with protein, meal timing, and mindful eating can optimize cravings and well-being. By understanding and leveraging the gut-brain connection, we can improve our relationship with food, regulate cravings, and enhance overall health. That's a wrap on Dr. Diego Bohórquez, the science of your gut sense and the gut-brain axis. If you found this summary valuable, make sure to follow, subscribe, and join us for the next one. Stay tuned for more in-depth breakdowns of science-backed strategies to improve your mind and life.